Well, my tropical paradise is getting watered this morning. It's been raining pretty hard. This whole bowl is filled with water, but I won't have to go out and water today, so that's a good thing. And everything is growing like crazy. So, yep, no sitting outside today. And I still haven't put this stuff away. They're lights that I need to figure out if they work or not. I need to throw them away if they don't, or change the battery. Yep, I'm procrastinating. Oh well. So let's go make some coffee. Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Well, oh boy. As you could see, it's raining outside today. So that's all right. I'm going to go meet my friend for lunch, and we'll be eating inside, that's for sure. But the place we're going, it's called Moosehead, and they also have an outdoor area that overlooks the Metro Park Valley. So it's a really nice area, and you can go for a walk down there by the river. So it's really nice. It's the Rocky River. So I'm sure that's moving at a pretty quick pace this morning because we've had a lot of rain this morning. So the high temperature today, as I was saying, the high temperature today is only going to be 76, which is lovely. And it's going to be in the mid-70s for the next couple days. But it's not supposed to rain the next couple days after this. But who knows? So it's a good opportunity to maybe do a little weeding because everything will be wet and easy to pull out. So sometimes when July and August, the ground starts to become like cement. So anyway, yeah, I'm glad it's raining. It's a good thing. So all right, I'm going to finish up some of this caramel macchiato creamer. I finished up the cold foam yesterday. So that's the end of that. But I have more creamer. I have Italian sweet cream. I have chocolate raspberry. I have chocolate creamer. So I have plenty of creamer. But I am going to pick up more of the caramel macchiato when I go to Aldi's, if they still have it. So today I'm going to have the Italian sweet cream, also very good. Oops, better stir this first. So yesterday I made myself a nice big iced coffee from the cold brew little coffee machine that I have, and it was good. So I'll be doing that more often during the summer. I don't drink much iced coffee in the winter, but I do in the summer. So cheers. That's good too. But I took the iced coffee with me to my mom's, and boy, that was that was a go-round yesterday at her house. You know, her refrigerator's leaking, the dishwasher pooped out, and she had a leak under her sink, and her toilet is broken. So, all that in one day. Now I have to call a repairman to see if her dishwasher is still viable. The refrigerator, like I said, is just too old to fix. You know, she'd be better off just buying a new one. And the toilet will be fixed on Friday, the same plumber. So as you get older, it's a good idea to find yourself different handyman people that you can trust, that aren't going to price gouge you, and that you can trust to fix things right. So that's important. And I know nowadays it's kind of difficult to do because there's lots of scammers out there. And especially as you get older, they like to take advantage. So, word of mouth is the first best way to go. And then after that, check with the Better Business Bureau and other applications that have good ratings for that particular person before you hire them. So sometimes you have to pay a little bit more, but it's worth it to have the peace of mind, in my opinion. So, all right, well, I don't know. I'm just going to take a breath here. And because Friday will be another long day at my mom's house. And I'm going to see if I can get a repairman maybe to come out on Friday too. But I have to do a little research for that first. So, okay, well, in the meantime, while it's still early morning and it's relatively calm, knock on wood, I'm going to enjoy my cup of coffee. So I'll be back. All right, here, back by the budget book. So yesterday I did spend money. I went to Costco, bought the puppies their nubs. So if you're wondering what nubs are, they're chews, and they have nubs on them. So they each get a half because they're a good size. And that's what they normally get at night to clean their teeth. So, and they really love them. So they were $5 off. So they were $10 for each pack. And I got 3 of them. And I'm hoping that'll last me till the next time they go on sale. If not, then I buy other things that are similar. But I've been buying the nubs for a long time, and Costco is the cheapest place I've found to buy them. So anyway, and today I'm going to spend money again. So definitely spending more money at the end of the month than the beginning, because today I'm going to lunch with a friend. So, but I think that's money well spent. And like I said, this month is a low spend. It's not a no spend. And there are certain things that I needed and a couple things that I wanted that I thought were a good price. And so that's what I bought. But I didn't give myself carte blanche to just go out and buy. I gave it some thought before I went ahead and purchased whatever it was that I purchased. So, all right, well, that's my budget book for today. I'm not going to go on and on about it. You guys know the drill, and I'm sure you know how to save money, but this is the best way that I've found to keep myself in check, is if I focus on when I do and don't spend money. So, all right, well, I'll be back. Well, it's the end of another day. And it was chilly today. Big change from what it's been, that's for sure. And it's going to be cooler the next couple days. So I'm looking forward to that. Except tomorrow I won't be home. I have to go to my mom's. So, yeah, so I met my friend for lunch. And we spent 3 hours just yakking and catching up, and it was nice. So I told her we need to get together more often. Usually we get together once or twice a year, but I'm trying to set up different play dates with my friends. So, because it would be very easy for me just to isolate myself here at home and not go anywhere. And I want to take advantage of summer and fall, because in the winter I probably won't go many places, but while the weather's nice, I really would like to get together at least once a month with certain friends that I've had for a very long time. So it's probably a good way. Usually I don't always take the initiative, and sometimes you have to be the one to reach out, and not just wait in your house for somebody to call you. So for me, it's always been sort of like my friends know that if they want to do something or talk to me, they always have to call me. So I'm going to try and do better with that and start reaching out to them once in a while too. So I told my friend, I said, the next time, I said, I worked really hard in my garden and I think you'd like it. So I said, the next time we get together, why don't you just come to my house and I'll make us some lunch? And she was happy with that. She said, yeah, go home, look at your calendar, see what you have, and I'd love to come over your house. So sometimes it's easier to meet at a restaurant and, you have your conversation and then you each go your own way again. But, these are people that I've known for many years that I entertained with dinners and holiday parties. And, as I've gotten older, I've just kind of let everything go. And I notice a lot of older people do that, but I'm thinking to myself, you don't have to overcomplicate things and make a big, huge lunch, even if it's a lunch just with salad and some nice fresh bread, maybe some cheese. You could pop open a bottle of wine or make a tea party. That would be nice. But I really want to reconnect with some of my older friends. I've already done that with some of them. But, I want to add a couple more friends to the list of people I'd like to get together more often. So I think maybe before the summer's over, I'd like to have them all over for either a little cheese and wine party or maybe a tea party, an afternoon tea, or an afternoon cheese and wine party would be fun too. And that wouldn't be expensive either. You can get some really good wine at Aldi's. Or, there's lots of places. Oh, there's so many wines that you can have. And if if you don't drink wine, there's so many different teas or coffee, and you can just have something maybe with a delicious dessert or something. It doesn't have to be complicated. I know a lot of us tend to do that. I know I do. Excuse me. We overcomplicate things, and then by the time we think of, we have to do this and get that and buy this and buy that, and right now money's tight, I don't have the money, but if you have flour and sugar and basics in your pantry, you can bake a little cake or make a coffee cake. So it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. So anyway, those are some of the thoughts that I've had and some of the things that I'd like to do, just to not get in the habit of isolating myself so much, because I know in the winter that's going to happen. Now, I'm fortunate. My daughter lives not far from me, so even if the weather isn't the best, I can hop in my car and go to her house and visit with her, have some coffee. Even though she works from home, she does work, and I'll sit with her and have a coffee, and there's still time to have a little bit of a conversation. And if she has a more complicated thing that she's taking care of at work, then I just sit with her dogs, or I talk to my grandkids if they're home, and just hang out with family a little bit. So I don't have a problem with that. She makes sure that, she includes me in everything, so I'm grateful for that. But when it comes to my friends, other than my neighbor, She and I have been best friends for 40 plus years. But the funny thing is, most of the time we talk on the phone. So even though we live right next door to each other, either that or we'll talk when we're both in the backyard. We'll have a conversation. So, but we have that little patio back there, and when the weather isn't so beastly hot, we do sit out there with a cup of coffee and just chat, which is nice. I enjoy that. So anyway, reconnect with your friends, and it does make life more interesting and more cheerful to connect with people every now and then. It doesn't have to be all the time. I mean, I'm very comfortable entertaining myself. It's probably because I was an only child, but it's something that I enjoy. But every now and then I do like to be social. So, all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.